I'm outside the Bell Center with another edition of the Oilers Nation Giant Offseason Questions presented by our friends at Sherwood Ford the Giant. It is quiet outside the arena for now, but that will all change in the next 24 hours as tomorrow night it's the first round of the NHL Draft. The big question today I'm tackling, what can we expect from the Oilers over the next 24 to 48 hours here at the NHL Draft? Well, let's start with one thing that I think is pretty close to a lock. We will see them make some trades. My prediction, the Oilers will make at least 2 trades in the first round of the NHL Draft, and both of them will involve a roster player. I do think it's likely we see Jesse Puljujarvi moved in the next 24 to 48 hours, and based on the reporting from Frank Seravalli, there are 6 to 7 teams interested, and it sounds like Ken Holland will be able to get more than just a draft pick, and there will be a body coming back into the Oilers lineup, someone who can help them next season. I also think there's a shot that we see Tyson Barrie moved during the course of the first few rounds of the NHL Draft. He could very well fetch the Oilers a second or a third round draft pick, or maybe some sort of different package as well. But my first prediction is that we will see 2 trades involving a roster player. My second prediction is that we will see another trade involving the first round pick. The Oilers are scheduled to pick at 29th overall. I do not think they will make that selection. I think they will either move down like Ken Holland has done now in back-to-back drafts, or they will look to move the pick outright because they got some second and third round picks in potentially some other deals. I am willing to say they are not going to select at 29th overall at worst. Either way, I don't think the Oilers will be selecting at 29th overall, but I guess you never really know. There could be a handful of teams looking to move down at this year's draft. My third prediction is that the Oilers will add a new top 9 forward. They will have a fresh face in their organization by the end of the 2 days here in Montreal. And I'm not just talking about someone they select in the second or third round. I think they'll make a move. I think they'll add a young winger to this organization. It could be the return in the Jesse Puljujarvi deal. It could be some other deal. We've talked about players like Lawson Crouse and Dylan Strome who are reportedly on the block and could be good fits for the Oilers. Whoever it is, I think Ken Holland will be active. I think we'll see the Oilers make a handful of trades over the next few days here, and I don't think they'll be selecting at 29th overall, but that's the drama of the NHL Draft. You truly never know what's going to happen, and this year the drama starts right at the top with the first overall pick, where Frank Seravalli says it's 50-50 that the Montreal Canadiens select Shane Wright. They could be going with Juraj Slavkovsky as well. That's going to do it for another edition of the Sherwood Ford Giant Offseason Questions here at Oilers Nation. Make sure you keep it locked on the site and over on Daily Faceoff as we cover the NHL Draft, not just from an Oilers perspective, but from the whole league perspective as well, live right here in Montreal where the action all gets going tomorrow night.